March 17th. Some people are celebrating St. Patrick's Day today. So I'm wondering, what color are you wearing today? I'm wearing Green, Green. I know how to spell green, Green. Yay! What letter are we studying this week? X. You're right, like a pirate hook, right? And we've talked about X-rays. We have talked about xylophones, some other X things, but since X-rays can really give you a look into your body, I found this neat brain hat. So, inside of your skull, those are the bones in your head, and that's what you can see with an X-ray. You have a brain. And this brain hat that you guys got in your distance learning bags kind of explains what the different parts of your brain do. Like the frontal lobe up here, that is for thinking. And then there is the motor cortex, this green one right there, and that's for walking and dancing and spinning. And then we have the sensory cortex, that's the blue one, that's for tasting and touching. What about, this yellow one, that's the parietal lobe. And that's so that we know where we are in space, so that I know my hand is up, so that I know my hand is down. It's a good one to know. And the last one we have is all the way in the back, and it's purple, and that's the occipital lobe, and it helps with eyesight. It allows us to see. So there we go. There's my brain hat. What do you think? Do I have a big brain? If you put yours together, do you think you'll have a big brain too? I think you already have a big brain, but you'd have a big hat brain. And with that in mind, talking about X-rays, we do have some other things we're going to talk about. But we read this book a while ago called Bone to Bone, and it's so good. And since we're talking about X-rays and bones, we're going to read this book. So it says bone by bone, and the letters are all made out of bones. What sort of animal do you imagine this is? It has does it have a nose? Not really. What is that? That's a beak. Ooh, what has beaks? Birds. Good job. So this must be some kind of a bird bone, huh? And it says it's written by Sarah Levin, and the illustrations are by T.S. Spooky Tooth. That is the coolest name for an illustrator. Okay, I'm going to scoot up and get a little closer. So, it says, have you ever wondered what it would be like if we didn't have any bones? It would not be pretty. Oh, we need bones, don't we? Luckily, we don't have that problem. We're vertebrates. We're animals with bones. Our bones hold us up. Thank goodness. It says vertebrates come in different shapes and sizes, but we have many of the same bones. All vertebrates have skulls and ribs. So that's a skull. There's ribs. That looks like a bear, and that looks like a kid. And we all have vertebrae. There's all the vertebrae on the spine. Vertebrae stack one on top of another to make up the spine or the backbone. Can you feel yours? Can you feel your spine in your back? Pretty cool. Can you imagine how you'd look if we added some extra bones to your spine? What if your vertebrae didn't stop at your rear end? What if they kept going? You'd have a tail. Wow. That's what it says. You'd have a tail. Tails are made of vertebrae. Lots of animals have tails. They wag on happy dogs and they sweep side to side. They help alligators swim through the water. So you got an alligator tail and a dog tail. What would happen if we took away some bones? What's missing? No arms, no legs. All there are is a skull and the vertebrae in the backbone and some rib bones. What animal is that? So, what kind of animal would you be if you just had a skull, vertebrae, and ribs? Did you guess yet? You would be a snake. Snakes don't have arms or leg bones because they don't have arms or legs. Well, that makes sense. What kind of an animal would you be if we took away your leg bones, but we kept your arm bones? So no legs, but you can still have your arms. Here's a hint. We'd also move your breathing holes from the front of your face to the top of your skull. What can you think of that still has arms, but doesn't have those leg bones, and the nose is on top of the head? You could maybe blow water through it. I'm guessing. Is that what you guessed? That's what I guessed too. A whale or a dolphin. These animals don't have legs. Their arm bones and finger bones are called flippers. The holes on top of their skulls are called blowholes. Blowholes let them breathe air easily as they swim. Wow. That makes sense, right? Because as they're swimming along, the blowhole is at the top. So they just have to pop barely up to the surface of the water and they can get more air. How cool. Instead of tilting their heads at the surface to get air, as we do when we swim, we have to tilt our heads all the way up. They just rise up to take a breath. What would happen if your middle fingers and middle toes were so thick that they supported your whole body? Do you see this girl? Those are her middle fingers, and they're so thick she can walk around on them. And her middle toes, too. What kind of animal would you be if these bones were so strong that you didn't need any other hand or foot bones? What? You would be a... What is that? What kind of legs are those? Oh, and those are hooves. Whoa, you'd be a horse or a donkey or a zebra. These animals have only one toe on each leg instead of fingernails. The fingernails and toenails, they have hooves. Wow. What kind of animal would you be if you only had 2 fingers on each hand and 2 toes on each feet? Do you see the person? 2 fingers on each hand and 2 toes on each foot. Can you think what kind of animal you would be? Whoa, did you guess one of those? Let's see, we have a pig and a goat and a sheep and a cow and, is that elk or moose? An elk, huh? A goat, a sheep, a moose, or a deer, or a pig, or a cow. Since these animals walk on 2 toenails, their hooves are called split hooves. That's really cool to know. Now, let's keep all of your bones. You're going to keep all of them. You're not going to lose any. But let's change the size of them. What kind of animal would you be if you had really big vertebrae in your neck? So big, do you see? Those aren't spots. Those are the vertebrae that you can see through the skin. Wow, this person has to wear a couple of scarves because their neck is so long. What kind of animal has a really long neck? Did you guess giraffe? I bet you did because you're so smart. Both humans and giraffes have only 7 vertebrae in their necks, but giraffes' vertebrae are enormous. Let's count them and see if there are 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow! Each vertebrae can be 10 inches long. Wow! That's about as big as your head. Each vertebrae in the giraffe's neck is as big as your head. Wow! Oh, what about this one? What's going on with this person? What kind of animal would you be if your leg bones were much longer than your arm bones? What animal has really long leg bones? What animal is that? That's a kangaroo. Oh my goodness, or a rabbit. A rabbit or a kangaroo. These animals need strong hind leg bones for jumping. A hare and a pika are also correct answers, in case you answered hare or pika. All right, next guess. What is going on here? This person has really long fingers. What kind of animal would you be if your finger bones grew so long that they reached your feet? Any ideas? Oh my gosh, you'd be a bat. Whoa, look at those cool fingers. Bats' wings are made of finger bones. A web of skin connects the bones to make wings so that a bat can fly. Wow. Uh-oh. Do you remember this from the beginning of the book? When they said, this is what would happen if you didn't have any bones. So what if we took all your bones away? Could you be an animal if you didn't have any bones at all? Yes, many animals don't have bones. They're called invertebrates. Clams, beetles, starfish, they don't have any bones. They have their hard parts on the outside. So, there's a beetle. You know how beetles have an exoskeleton. Their skeleton is on the outside. Worms and slugs, they don't have any bones. Their bodies are small and mushy. Jellyfish don't have bones either. In fact, their bodies are so fragile they would collapse if they didn't live in the water. But let's add the bones back in one at a time. What kind of animal would you be if you could turn this page? What kind of an animal am I? Because I'm the one turning the page, right? You would be a human. That's what kind of animals we are, huh? The bones in our hands look a lot like the bones that many other animals have, but we can move our thumbs in a special way that allows us to do many things, including turn the page of a book. Our special thumbs are called opposable thumbs. Can you say that? Opposable thumbs. Opposable thumbs are one of the things that make us human. Apes and some monkeys have opposable thumbs too. Did you get that one? If so, give yourself a thumbs up. Oh, and that is the end of the book, Bone by Bone. I hope you enjoyed that with me. Well, let's talk about maybe we won't talk about this. I do not quite see where I put the letters to go with that. So we're going to skip that part. But instead, we're gonna blast off. Are you ready? All right, I'm gonna get our rocket ready. Climb aboard our spaceship. We're going to the moon. Hurry and get ready. We're gonna blast off soon. Put on your helmet and buckle up real tight, because here comes the countdown. So count with all your might. We'll start at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Yay! Now we're gonna sing our song. Are you ready? Okay. We're naming the planets, we're zooming by stars to Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. We have 4 more planets to add to our tune. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Sing it twice. All right, let's do it. We're naming the planets, we're zooming by stars to Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. We have 4 more planets to add to our tune. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Good job! I love it! All right, and so we will sing just a couple of color songs, and then we'll say goodbye for the day, and I will see you tomorrow. So, I like this one because I have those daffodils behind me, and that is a sign of spring, and I love it. All right, let's see. Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow. Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow. Like the early morning sun when the day has just begun. Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow. Daffodils and baby ducks are yellow. Scrambled eggs and lemonade are yellow. I like the smiley face that's yellow. He is such a happy fellow. Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow. Good job. All right, I think this is actually my favorite song. What one is your favorite? Did somebody just say blue? Okay, we can do blue next. Let's see. Are you ready? I think we got it all spread out. P-U-R-P-L-E, purple, purple. P-U-R-P-L-E, purple's what that spells. Purple grapes on the vine, purple punch is fine. P-U-R-P-L-E, purple's what that spells. Twice. P-U-R-P-L-E, purple, purple. P-U-R-P-L-E, purple's what that spells. Purple grapes on the vine, purple punch is fine. P-U-R-P-L-E, purple's what that spells. Yes, good job. All right. I know this is another favorite of some of my friends. Let's see. B-L-U-E spells blue. B-L-U-E spells blue. Hi-ho, did you know? B-L-U-E spells blue. The big sky is blue. The ocean is too. Hi-ho, did you know? B-L-U-E spells blue. Twice. B-L-U-E spells blue. B-L-U-E spells blue. Hi-ho, did you know? B-L-U-E spells blue. The big sky is blue, the ocean is too. Hi-ho, did you know B-L-U-E spells blue? All right, friends. I will say goodbye for now. Today is the 17th. I will see you tomorrow. What's the number after 17? We should count to 17 and then we'll find out what's next, huh? 1, count with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Tomorrow will be March 18th. I will see you then. Mañana, iguana. Mwah.